All right, we're on. Welcome, everybody, to Galactic Survival, Empyrion Galactic Survival. That is, I'm an old guy gaming, and in this stream this evening, what we're going to do is we're going to basically do some more prep for my upcoming Cylon Raider build. If you have watched any of my previous streams or videos on Empyrion, you may know that I actually started to do a build of the Raider, and I'm talking about the newer Cylon Raider, not the old original Battlestar Galactica, but decided to scrap the first attempt and redo it, partly because where I started to build it, I didn't have enough space, because the one that I'm going to build is, that I'm planning on building is going to be pretty big. It's going to be very large, in fact, for a small vessel. So, what I had to do, and I did this on my last YouTube video that I posted, I think 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday, I don't remember now. But what I did is I basically had to build a much larger pad away from our sea base here. This is an underwater base, if you've never seen my stream before. And I'll show it to you in a little bit. But yeah, I had to rebuild a new pad to make that thing on, so I had plenty of space. And now what I'm planning on doing tonight is mostly just, doing a little more mining and just making sure I have plenty of hardened steel blocks to make that thing. And we might even take another trip up into space too and look for a couple more power coils and some things like that later on. But that's the plan for tonight. I've got 2 drill modules here that I've also built that we're going to put on the old guy hovercraft and use that, to do some quicker mining. And yeah, so that's the plan. Let's go take a look, though, at our farm. Now, this is really good news. This is really good news because, again, if you've seen some of my previous videos or streams in Empyrion, you'll notice that, hey, how you doing, Sea Stone? Thanks for joining me. I was actually telling my wife about you tonight, about our conversation about Texas Roadhouse, because we went out to dinner tonight. We decided to go to a place called Rock Bottom here in Colorado Springs. It's a brewery, but we were considering Texas Roadhouse too. So anyway, thanks for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. Appreciate it. How's your hubby doing over there on 7 Days to Die? I knew he was playing it, but I wasn't. I was doing some other stuff, so I wasn't really watching it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was having problems with my crops dying here, and one of my YouTube viewers suggested that maybe it was cold that was killing them, and that kind of made sense because the plants that were right underneath the grow light were surviving. And notice if I stand right underneath the glow light, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of my screen below the minimap, notice that it says 77 degrees Fahrenheit. But as soon as I step away from that, it cools back down. So he was suggesting that maybe the plants in the middle were surviving because of the heat of the lamp, but the other ones around it were dying. And I think that was probably the situation. So what I did was I put these in a separate room. I sealed it off from all the rest of the equipment. And I noticed too, there was the other day anyway, if I walked over here, there seemed to be some cold spots. Well, no, I guess that's not cold, that's warm. So yeah, not sure about that. He's doing pretty good. They had a horde night, and he's about to get done. Oh, he's got work tomorrow. Okay, good. Did their horde night go well? I hope that it did. So yeah, I thought it could possibly have been heat. It could have possibly been radiation because I did sort of have it close to the generator. And actually, the generator gets pretty hot too. Look at my temperature when I stand on top of this thing. It starts popping up into, dangerous levels there. So I suppose it could have been that too. I don't know. But anyway, since I walled it off with these glass partitions and put them in there, they're now surviving. And I've actually gotten 2 harvests out of those crops. So I'm very happy about that. So another thing I want to do tonight in this stream is I want to harvest a bunch of wood so that I can make a bunch of fibers so that I can make some more crop plots and really get this thing in good shape in the back here. Horde wasn't too bad. It was day 49. Okay, cool. How many people are playing on that server? It used to be that day 49 in 7 Days to Die was like the you know, the cap, the max day. And then, you know, every day after that was basically just another day 49 in the old 7 Days to Die. Of course, that's no longer the case now. It just gets worse and worse and worse, which is cool, I think, because, you know, it keeps in-game challenging. There were 7 of them on? Okay, good, yeah. So what we were talking about, okay, yeah, so the plans, so what we're going to do, the plan for this stream is we're going to do some mining, we're going to do some harvesting of trees, we're going to extend this farm out, and just continue cranking on the hardened steel blocks, because we are going to need a metric butt ton of these things. I kid you not, because this build that I'm going to do is humongous. It's you know, it's almost as big if you consider the wingspan of the Raider. It's almost as big as a small capital ship, even though it's still a small vessel. So we got a lot of stuff that we got to put together for this thing. So it doesn't look like we have any ore in there, so we're gonna have to go gather some more ore. Yeah, you know what? I love this game. I love it. I've been playing it. I started playing it not too long after it came out, which was about a little over 2 years ago now. By the way, if you haven't seen my base yet, I actually built an underwater base. So this is all underwater here. So yeah, I built this on YouTube actually, the base part itself. So this is all underwater. And where I just was my basement here, you know, with all the equipment and the farm and so forth. So this is where, you know, we get all the work done and all that sort of thing, and the cooking and so forth. And then up here is the living area. We got the bathroom, we got the bedroom and the living room with the large screen TV for watching the football games and so forth. And then if we go all the way to the top, this is where I dock my hovercraft and my small vessel. And so this is actually out on a platform in this lake here. But one of the things they did with this game is they, we're in Alpha 7 now. So Alpha 7.5.9 is the build 1449 up in the left corner there. And they really improved the graphics. And it's just a beautiful game. And it looks really good on the planet, you know, with the trees and stuff. You can't really tell so much from here because, you know, it's more, you know, distance rendering. But and up in space, it looks beautiful too. So it's a lot of fun, and it's similar to 7 Days in the sense that it's a survival game. You know, you have to eat and drink, and temperature's a thing. It has block building. It has destruction, environment destruction, so you can mine down into the earth just like you can in 7 Days to Die in Minecraft. So it's very similar to those games. The enemies are alien drones that come after you, and there's also dangerous wildlife that mostly comes out at night. But that all depends, too, upon what planet you're on, too. I'm basically on what's called Akua. So it's an Earth-like planet here, and this is the starter planet. But, you know, one of the things that will happen is that I'm going to build, you know, these spaceships, and then I can fly off this planet off into space and then go visit other planets with a hyperdrive. And the other planets are generally going to be more hostile than this, and some of them are a lot more alien. Most of them don't have a breathable atmosphere, so you know, oxygen becomes a thing. And it's a really fun game. I just love this game a whole lot. So, you know, next to 7 Days to Die. So yeah, anyway, come by and check it out. And I do have a multiplayer server of this too, and it's running right now. Haven't really been playing on it lately, but I plan to, and have some other friends and, you know, my daughter and son-in-law too. Will come and play it as well. So, you know, you guys are more than welcome to play on it too if you're interested in the game. It's a great game. So anyway, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to change out a couple things on the hovercraft first. So right now let's launch this thing up a little bit. Right now I have the drill modules, but we're going to remove those, and we're going to replace them with the lasers. At least these ones down here, I think. So let's take these off and put these other two lasers on that we made. Yeah, here they are. And I already have one laser there too, so we'll put this guy right there, maybe. No, I think I want it to come out a little more. So let's put it right there. There we go. And I'll make some more drills, laser drills too. I just didn't, this is all the material I had to make them because they're kind of an advanced item at this point. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let me know if you, you know, if you get it and you want to play. Shameless plug, I have a whole series on YouTube, Seastone, that you can go and watch if you want to just kind of see how the game is and you know, how to do stuff, that sort of thing. I don't really do tutorials per se, but I like to kind of, you know, talk a little bit about how to do stuff in my playthroughs, so you might find that helpful. And then, yeah, if you guys want to join up on the multiplayer, that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, then I didn't set that straight. It's got to be straight, man, or my OCD will kill me, I'm telling you right now. So let's put this here. And we want to line it up with this one, but bring it out to there. That's better. You know what? I might leave these top drill modules connected for now, just because, you know, sometimes they can be helpful if you are, you know, have a low ceiling kind of an idea. The other thing, though, that I was going to do, now that I think about it, is I was going to put the... What did I do with that thing? There it is. I was going to put the harvest module on because we need to harvest some wood so that we can... I wonder if it'll let me do that. Let's... It does. That's kind of weird looking, but let's see if it actually lets me do it. Because anyway, I need to get some wood so I can make some fiber so I can make the crop plots. So if I select number 4... Alright, it is work. Okay. Alright, well, hey, let's go get some wood. Let's go get ourselves some wood. I'm not going to chop down the trees here, you know, in my line of sight. I think they grow back. Actually, I'm not sure if they grow back, so let's not take that chance. Let's go take out some trees somewhere where, you know, it's not going to mess up our view of, near our base. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this game is fun, man. I know you guys would have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so let's take down a couple trees because... Why did I just lose power? Do I not have gas in this thing? I can't believe I ran off without fuel. What a noob. Damn it, I don't even have any on me. Okay, we're coming back. Mr. Nice Bobby, thank you, sir, for hosting the channel. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that a whole lot. Just don't tell anybody that I just took off without fueling my hovercraft and ran out of gas, okay? I told you, man, I'm getting old. The memory's the first thing to go. But fortunately, we're not that far away from base, so we'll just hoof it back here. Get a chance to maybe look at the nice scenery. There are actual dinosaurs in the game, Seastone. This is a Triceratops, but I've heard that that's a placeholder, that they're eventually going to replace it with an actual alien animal. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard that. That thing way over there is kind of like a cattle. You can actually harvest those things for meat and milk, and they're a passive animal. And then these are raptors. They are neutral. As long as I don't attack them, they won't attack me. But if I attack them, they'll all come after me. Oh, but that attacks. That's a spider. Okay, we don't like spiders. Spiders are bad juju. Holy shit, that scared me. I wasn't even expecting it. And you know, one thing about this game is it can be it can actually be pretty pretty tough in the very beginning because this you know, these wildlife, man, they can really be mean sons of bitches. So he hates spiders, does he? Okay. Yeah, these guys here are neutral humanoid aliens, but they're kind of like a naturalist or something, I don't know, because if you attack any of these animals, these guys will come after you. And they have like poison-tipped spears, and it hurts when they hit you. So if you are going to go hunting for meat and stuff, you want to make sure none of these guys are around, or you want to make sure that you can kill them. Oh shit, I hear another spider. Damn it. The sound effects on those things are hilarious. Yeah, so you want to watch out for they're called talons, you know, kind of like a talon on a hawk, that kind of idea. Oh, yes, exactly. Difficulty in obtaining spoiled fuel for biofuel. Yep, that's true. You can harvest seaweed for that and get it a little quicker. Kind of a mix between Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, and Ark. Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. I would say it's more similar to Minecraft in 7 Days than it is Ark, because you know you can't like tame any of these animals or anything. But it's like Ark in the sense that it's a survival game. But you want to know one of the... Oh shit! That was a night raptor. Night raptor in the day. Don't ask me why. It's still daytime. I mean, that is the sun, right? So I don't know why he was out, unless he was left over from the previous night. Yeah, but those guys are really dangerous in the early game. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, one of the coolest things about this game, though, I mean, there's a lot of cool things about it, don't get me wrong, but you know, just the fact that this is one of many entire worlds that you can travel to, and you can build bases on them, you can mine on them, and then you know when you're ready, you jump in your ship and you fly off and you hit your hyperdrive and you go to a whole nother planet, and then you have a whole new world to explore and to build on, harvest, whatever. So that's one of the things about this game that really appeals to me. Seaweed's a pain to find and harvest. Well, on Akua, I haven't really, found it to be too difficult to get, Mr. Dice Bobby. Not myself, anyway. It is a little bit of a hassle, to be under the water. That is true. You can move a lot quicker too if you take your gun off. The other thing, though, about the biofuel, at least in this alpha, is that I've kind of found that I don't really need it very long. You know, I mean, it doesn't take me too long to get into. Basically you want to get to level 7, right? So you can make the drill, the Tech 2 drill. And once you do that, you don't really need biofuel for anything as long as you have your attachment. Anyway, this is what my base looks like outside from underwater here. This thing was a pain in the butt to build too, I'll tell you what, guys. Because here's the thing about building underwater in Empyrion. In games like, Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, and so forth, you can place blocks down to displace the water. But in this game, that doesn't work. So if I place a block down and then remove it, the water's still there. So what you have to do is you actually have to get your filler tool, which is this guy here, and you have to set it to filler, and then you actually have to build the ground up like this, and build it all the way up into whatever space that you want to displace the water to remove it. And then once you do that, then you have to take your flattener tool or just your regular drill and cut it all back out. So it is a royal pain in the butt to build underwater in this game. But I think it was worth it in the end, because this is a pretty neat base, if you don't mind my saying so. It's pretty neat inside of here. So, yeah, you like that? Yeah, it's pretty cool. It is cool. This game is great. Love to have you guys come and play with us. Yeah, building is phenomenal. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Bobby. It is lots of fun to build, and the cool thing too is you not only can you build bases like this, but you can also build ships and vehicles and stuff like that, and that's really appealing too. In fact, that's kind of going to be the focus of my next few streams, YouTube videos in Empyrion, is building that Cylon Raider. So anyway, what am I doing here? I'm here to get gas because, like a noob, I took off without refueling my hover tank, my hovercraft. So let's come and get some fuel here. I'm going to grab a half a stack of that, and while we're here, we're going to put some food away. You just like other games, like Ark in particular. I guess not really 7 days, but Ark, you have food spoilage. So, you want to keep stuff in the fridge or it'll spoil pretty quickly. So that's what that is. This is my medical station, because that damn raptor bit me. The vessels block by block. Yeah, it's everything you build in this game, you know, starts off with blocks. So it's not template-based building like Ark is. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I like it better just because it allows you to be, you know, even more creative. Do I have crops coming in already? I've got my pumpkins are done, but we'll wait until the whole thing's done, because we're going to come and replant this and expand it anyway. So, boy, let me look at that. That's a good question about the game working on Linux. I'm going to tab out here for a second. Bobby, do you know if this game works on Linux? I've never really looked at that because I don't use Linux myself. I know your hubby's a big fan. Let's see. Let's go here. Just looking it up here and seeing if I can see if it works on Linux. Let's see. Store page. Excuse me. Looking at the game requirements here. System requirements. It just says Windows. It doesn't say Linux. I don't know if that means it doesn't work on Linux, but I'm not seeing that here on Steam. So I'm just seeing Windows. Yeah, that was a good question. Yeah, I never really considered that. Oh, you disagree with him on that? Well, I've got a very good in real life friend who's you know, also a Linux person too. In fact, he's actually a Linux instructor, and he teaches, you know, Linux certifications and stuff like that. So, you know, he's kind of like your hubby in the sense that, you know, he thinks everything should be on Linux too. Well, I don't know if Jay Stone thinks everything should be on Linux, but that's how my friend is anyway. Oh, we got drones coming in. Wait a minute, how the hell do we got drones coming in? I killed the drone base. Maybe they're shooting at a predator instead. That's probably what they were doing. Yeah. These turrets here will shoot at aliens or predators if they get too close to the base. But in my last video that I did, that I put up a couple days ago, I actually took out the drone base here on Akua, so I don't have to worry about drone attacks anymore. Normally what happens is you get waves of drones that come in and attack your base every so often. And that continues to happen until you actually take out the drone base that generates them. Which is sort of kind of like, you know, one of your main goals for each planet that you visit is to take out that drone base, if you're going to stay there anyway. Okay, so we got gas. Let's jump in our little yellow jacket here, and we'll fly back to our hovercraft, fuel it up, and then we'll fly this ship back, and then we'll just hoof it back to the hovercraft. Why? I don't know. I probably should have just ran out to it and gone with it, but I guess one reason why we're doing it this way is because it's nighttime. I'm going to probably get attacked, and I don't want to risk actually dying with all this fuel before I have a chance to get it in here. But mostly I'm just a noob and I forgot. Okay, so let's make sure we got our gun out in case something comes after us, which it probably will. So we're going to refuel this. And we're also going to put some fuel in here. Oh, I have fuel in here. Oh shit, oh shit. I thought I looked in there and didn't find any fuel. Alright, I told you, man, I'm old. Memory's the first thing to go. I already had fuel in there. What a noob. Okay. Well, we'll just kind of forget that happened. We'll just, this thing's not on, is it? No, okay. Yeah, we'll just forget that happened and continue on. I meant to do that so I could give you guys a tour and everything. It's all good. We're here to have fun, and that's all that matters. Not to be perfect. A noob, yeah. I know. I'm a self-admitted noob. When are you going to get your Windows computer? Kind of a rough landing there. Alright, let's see if we can get back here without getting eaten. There's another, yeah, we're all noobs at some point. Alright, Bobby. What was I going to say? Oh, there's another water world in the game. The planet is called Oskatoon, and it has really deep oceans. I mean, like, you know, have you ever seen Subnautica? I'm talking like that kind of deep Subnautica oceans. The oceans here on Akua are pretty shallow. I wouldn't even call this an ocean at all. It's really more like a lake, but you know, it's an ocean/lake. But on Oskatoon, it's actually an oceanic planet, so there's more water than landmass, and those oceans are really deep. And so it's a really neat place. I thought about doing a water base, you know, an undersea base there too, but that would be a monumental effort to do that just because of how deep the oceans are. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that. We'll see. I gotta stop and get my stamina back. Stamina is a bitch in this game. You really run out of it quickly. I suppose I could take my coffee. That'll help a little bit. Yes, there is coffee in the game. Of course. They had, and they still do, I believe, but they introduced a wine that you could make with the berries here on the planet for you know, as part of the Christmas stuff that they added to the game. And over the holidays, you actually got a buff from it, but I think they kept the wine in but removed the buff, so now it's just for funsies. You're getting a laptop? Well, you know, that's the thing. And the nice thing about the laptop is you can take it with you, too. You know, if you have to go on a trip or something. And this, you know, this game isn't too terribly demanding, you know, in terms of the graphics and processing power. So as long as you get a pretty decent laptop, you wouldn't have any problems, I don't think, playing the game. What's that? Is that something nasty? No, that's just a little lizard mule. Gotta make sure I'm going in the right direction. I'm not. I think what I'll do is I'll set a temporary waypoint there, just so I don't get lost. Alienware? Good. Yeah, they make good stuff. Okay, these are nice raptor, well, neutral raptors. But sometimes even they'll attack you if you attack something else close to them. Alright, so those are the talons. Yeah, Alienware, pretty good stuff. I don't really use laptops for gaming. I use them for work all the time. So I've never had, you know, like an Alienware laptop. And I build my own computer, so I haven't purchased a pre-built computer in forever. So I haven't had their computers, but I know that, you know, I know they're definitely good machines, that's for sure. I built a brand new computer for my daughter and her husband over Christmas. But when I went to put it together, which was on the 23rd, I think, of December, I discovered, to my great frustration, that the motherboard was bad. So the motherboard that I bought for the machine was malfunctioning. And I fought with that damn thing all day long, trying to get it running. And of course, you know, it's the day before Christmas Eve, so there's no way I would have time to get it replaced, because I ordered it, you know, off the internet, off at Newegg. And the worst thing about it was I had to go out of town for 2 weeks on business on the day after Christmas, so that I couldn't do anything about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Where is he? There he is. And we also have Demogorgons in the game too, by the way. No, they're actually called plant monsters, but they kind of look like the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. So we just call them that. I couldn't tell where that Night Raptor was coming from, so I was like freaking out. Like, where the hell is he? Alright, back to here. Now we got fuel. Now old guy finally pulled his head out of his butt. And I think we can see if we can get ourselves some wood now. Jay builds all his stuff too. Yeah, I'll bet he does. That's cool though. It's fun to do that, you know. I mean, I'm not really an enthusiast per se, you know, someone that likes to build for the sake of building, but you know, it is fun to do it though, as long as everything works. That's the main thing. All right, let's get some wood. This might be kind of loud. There's some alien honey. We'll grab this. This is a food and medical item. The thing's kind of creepy looking, isn't it? It looks like it's gonna like attack you or something, but it doesn't. I have to admit, guys, the old guy hovercraft looks pretty good at nighttime, don't you think? All lit up like that. Not bad. Okay, let's get some more wood. He does it for his personal use, or friends or family. Yeah, it is cheaper. You can get oh, there's another Demogorgon. You can get a lot more bang for your bucks out of building your own. That's for sure. Shoot his ass. You know what? Actually, I'm going to loot him too because I'm looking for tomato seeds. Yes, you can get tomato seeds off the Demogorgon. Basically, he just drops like plant parts and stuff like that. So he's got an aloe vera sprout and spoiled food, which is actually good too because you need that to make stuff. It's kind of like the rotten meat is in 7 days. All right, let's take this tree out. We got an enemy something over here. It's probably a drone left over. And let's see, we want to switch to this gun. Yeah, it's a minigun drone. So let's kill this thing so it doesn't sneak up on us. There we go. And of course you can loot these guys for parts too. He only had bullets, but that's okay. Sometimes they'll have other components that you can use for making stuff. I want to actually try something here. Can we go into our inventory, and we should have wood logs on our cargo box, which we do. I wonder if we can make fiber in this constructor, or if we have to do it. Ah, we can. Awesome. Okay, so I have built into my hovercraft a constructor, a mobile constructor. And it's limited as to what you can build based upon, you know, the bigger ones that I have back at the base. But I can actually make the fiber as I'm harvesting it to save time, so it's cool. Headed to bed? Oh, Jay's headed to bed? Okay. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. It was nice to have you. And like I said, let me know if you guys are interested in this game and getting it and doing some multiplayer or whatever. It is a lot of fun. You won't regret it. And yeah, again, thanks for stopping by, and tell Jay hello for me. And you guys have a great rest of your evening. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more wood. I want to make a whole mess of crop plots. In fact, they just recently. All right, good night, Seastone. See you later. They just recently gave us the ability to actually make fiber to craft it out of wood logs. And I'm just talking like about a month or so ago that they did that. I think anyways. Because it used to be that the only way you could get fiber is to pick it. It would, you know, grow out in the wild and you have to find the fiber plant, which is not easy to see, by the way, to get your fiber. And it was a huge pain in the butt. So when they added the ability to craft it with wood logs, that was a very welcome addition to the game. So we're going to grab a few more of these. with yield hovercraft. And let's see how we're doing on our... Oh, nice. Okay, how much fiber do we need? I don't think I can make a crop plot here. I don't remember how much we need per plot, but that's actually a lot of fiber right there. Quite a bit, in fact. So let's just do a couple more trees. I'm not going to spend too much more time doing this, but we'll do a few more. And get ourselves a good supply of fiber going. So we'll pop those in there, and then go back to here and queue up a bunch more plant fibers. Okay, yeah. So like I said, we'll grab a couple more trees, and then we'll go back and get some crop plots cooking up in the constructor at the base. And while that's happening, we're gonna go mine some iron because I need the hardened steel blocks like there's no tomorrow. For that ship. It's going to take a bazillion. We'll just hit a few more trees here. So Bobby, if you're back, how long have you been playing Empyrion, bud? I started playing this just about 2 or 3 months, I think, after it came out, and I put about 200 hours into the game, and just enjoyed the heck out of it. Played a little single player, and then started my own server, and I played with my daughter and her husband, and we just had a lot of fun with it. And then I also played on a couple public servers too. But then I stopped playing it. And didn't come back to it until just a couple months ago when they came out with Alpha 7. So I actually missed 2 major updates of the game. So it was probably Alpha 3 or 4 maybe the last time I played. I don't remember, to be honest with you. It was about a year and a half ago. And when I came back and started playing it again when Alpha 7 was released, there were so many changes to the game that it was like I had to learn a whole bunch of stuff all over again. But all good changes. I mean, you know, the Empyrion Studios that you know, developer of this game, they do a really good job of this game, and they have a lot of cool stuff planned for it. Right now, when you go into space, you're restricted to a single solar system. But still, I mean, you know, there's, I don't know how many planets. There's what, 7 or 8 planets, I think, something like that. In you know, unmodded, right? But they're planning on expanding it out to interstellar size, meaning that, you know, you can travel to different solar systems and open it up and make it even bigger, which is just going to be amazing when that happens. And there is some ability to mod it. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, you can actually mod the game, and you can you know, create your own planets. And so a lot of guys will do that. You know, a lot of people will do that. They'll have their own server that they've modded, and they have their own custom-made planets, which is really cool. And I've played on a couple of servers like that before too, or one server in particular. It's something I've thought about doing, but it takes a lot of work, and I just don't really have the patience to do it and do it right. I did mess around and create my own planet once, just as an experiment, but it wasn't quite right. Shall we say? And so I'll just leave that up to the guys that are good at making mods. So yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff planned, and I'm just really excited about you know, what where the game's gonna go, and we'll see, you know, how all that is. All right, I think I probably have enough wood, so let's head back to the base, get the crop plots going. Something nasty just tried to attack me. I think it was one of those insect humanoid guys. Oh well, screw him. We'll head back to the base. We'll make ourselves some crop plots, and then we need to get some iron going. That'll be the next thing. This is the pad that I built in the last video for the raider that I'm going to build. And remember, this is a small vessel we're talking about, guys, not a cap ship, and it's going to pretty much take up almost every bit of length of this with the wings. That's how big this small vessel is going to be, when I'm done with it. And I'm not even 100% positive that I built even this pad big enough, but we can always add more to it later if we have to. This was my very first base, by the way. It's just a box. The cool base is over here. So yeah, let's head back to the sea base here, and we will get some crop plots going, and then we got to hit some iron. And I found an iron asteroid up in orbit too. We might go hit that after we hit a couple here on the planet. Actually, I think I want to leave this hovering a little bit, because I want to remove the harvester here. Whoop. Do we have any other damage on this? We'll put the harvester in here, though, so it's just there for us the next time we need it. Wait a minute, how the hell did the harvester get in there? What? Oh, no. Never mind. I'm being a noob again. That's my inventory. For a second there, I thought it was automatically placed in the cargo box. So yeah, we'll keep it in the cargo box here, so that way, next time we need to use it, it's there. Let's grab the rest of the wood that we harvested, and we'll grab the fiber that we've made. Whoa, that's a shitload of fiber. Wow, okay, that's cool though. It really is, because like I said, that stuff used to be a pain in the ass to get. So that's not a bad thing at all. Alright, let's head down this way. One thing I was going to tell you guys too, I'm actually in the process of switching my bots over. So I kind of have some old stuff, some stuff going on my old bot, some on the new, and so if you see a little weird stuff in the channel, just bear with me. I didn't have time to get it all fixed up before I had to start my stream. So anyway, what are we doing? We're going down here, and we're going to use this constructor to make the rest of the fiber. I make the most basic stuff in this one, mostly concrete. Yeah, well, mostly concrete and fiber now. So, all right. So, what else do we need for plots? I might actually put those in here, so I'm not tying up. Oh, we have got some serious fuel going on in here, don't we? All right, let's do it over here. So I'm going to pop all this fiber in here, and then to make, I'm doing concrete crop plots. I almost said crop. Yeah, forget it. You know what I'm saying. Okay, so we need cement. All right, let's grab some cement out of here. I know the constructor will make it for me, but it's faster if you already have it made. Okay, so we need cement. We need the plant fibers, which we put in there. Oh, you only need 4 per. Oh, geez, I've got enough plant fiber to last me for like 3 playthroughs now. And then nutrient solution. And I already made a bunch of those. We have 82. So before we start cranking on these, let's actually see how many we want to do. If I walk over here, does this glass block the temperature from the Jenny? Yes, it does. Okay, so we don't have to worry about temperature at all on this side of the wall. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put start the plots right here, and we'll probably come out. I might do some rows. Tell you what, let's try something. Let's harvest these. I might do it so I have some walkways in between, because you want to do them in a 3x3 slot in order to get the light. I don't know. Do I want walkways? Walkways will look nicer, but I'll get more stuff if I just do the whole thing as one big... Because, you know, you can't hurt the plants by walking over it. I think for now, guys, I'm not going to do the walkways. I'm just going to leave it as is. So we'll do enough plots just to get to this wall, but later on I'm probably going to blow out this wall, extend it out even further for even more crop plots. But for now, we'll just do these. So, that being said, what we want to do then is we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3 is 24. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 24. We'll fill all this in. We're also going to need about 4 grow lights, I think. So let's go ahead and queue up. What's the output on this? Just 1 per? Okay, so that's 24. So we'll get those going. And then we're also going to need lights. So how many lights did I say we needed? I think 4, right? Wait, do we have any more of these? Let's look in here. Oh, we are. Yeah, we do. Okay, good. I'm glad I checked. Not that it would have been a big deal to make them, because I'll use them all eventually, but... Okay, so... we want... 1, 2, 3. Am I doing that right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. It just didn't look right from this angle is all. That's why I wasn't sure. 1, 2, 3. And then 1. I'm on some weird terrain here. 1, 2, 3. I wonder, now that I'm looking at this, 1, 2. Yeah, it's not gonna cover this wall here, which means then we could put a center. We could put a center aisle. Let's just do that. So we'll put these lights here. Let's see. I want 5. Take those off, and then we actually will do a center walkway here. I think that actually will look nicer. All right. So, let's grab these out of here. And I also want to grab some concrete blocks. Got a bunch of those in here. Put the crop plots here. I keep using my right mouse button because that's what 7 Days to Die uses for placing stuff. And then you get in this game and it's all the other way around. Yeah, I think that's actually going to look good. Especially if we end up extending the wall out, you know? Okay. No, no, no. Go flat. Be easier if I used my drone for that, I suppose, but that's all right. No, no. You're doing it to me again. Okay, by the time I'm done screwing around with that, I could have just laid them individually. So we need 6 more. Wait, did I make too many? Probably. Math isn't my strong point. I'll just say that right now. There we go. That works. Let's check temperature in this corner. So it's 71 degrees in this corner. And it should be 71 all the way across to here too. Yeah, okay, good. Then it does heat up a little bit when you get under the lamps. 77 under the light. Beautiful. Okay. I want to plant tomatoes mostly so that I can make a bunch of canned food, because that's the best food to take with you into space. We'll harvest all of this stuff though. And then durians and pumpkins are also good to grow because you can make the dino stew, which is kind of like the meat stew in 7 days. And that's a good food to have in your base, to keep in your base. But you don't want to take it with you because it perishes. So let's go over here. I don't think I have any more tomato seeds up here. But we can make some more. So let's do that first. We'll put all the tomatoes in here. And then to make tomato sprouts, we need water and... Oh, we need nutrient solution for that too? I guess it'll make it for me. Oh, 110. No, I don't think I'm going to get 110. I'm probably going to get 1 or 2. We'll put this food in here while we're waiting for that. I need to do the food quests too. I haven't done them because I've had, been having problems with my crops. I just recently finally got them to work correctly. Oh, okay. So it's gonna make a couple more. So we'll let those cook up. We'll plant as many tomatoes as we can, and then we'll fill in the rest with some of the other stuff. I think you can still make the Elion cake too. Let's look at that. Yeah, it's still in here. I thought that they were going to take that out after a while, and maybe they still are, but they haven't yet. So anyway, this is what I was talking about here. So the Dino Stew Royal is a really good food to make for keeping in your base. And it takes ham, pumpkins, and durian. But for up in space, I like to make the canned meat. And the canned veg is okay too, but the canned meat is even better. Because if you look, when I hover over this, notice it gives you 170 food. This one only gives you 150, which isn't bad, but this is just a little better. Plus they have, because they are canned food, they have a very long perish time. Arguably, why do they have any perish time? But they do, so... that's what that's all about. Let's put that stuff away. Put these bullets over here. And now, what we want to do is we want to... Got an extra crop plot. Let's get rid of that too. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to go get some iron. Well, no, we're not. We're going to plant first, and then we'll get iron. Alright, so I got 6 sprouts out of that. That's not so bad. So let's plant these, and then we'll see what else we have left. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick these up. So all the tomatoes are together. Plant those there. Excellent. Let's pick up all the wheat, and we'll do pumpkins here. So we'll do 2 more pumpkins there, and then let me see if I have any more pumpkin seed. We can always move this stuff around later too, so. Hey Vashir, welcome man. Thanks for joining me on the stream. Appreciate it. Pumpkin. Doesn't look like I have any pumpkins, so I'd have to make more of those too. You know what though? I don't think I'm gonna do that now. Well, actually I will do it now, but I'm not gonna wait for them. How's that? So let's turn 2 stacks of pumpkins into seeds. Sound like a plan? So we'll queue up those, and we'll plant those the next time. So what else do we have in here? We've got Akua berries. Oh, you know what? I think I want to actually plant some aloe too. Coffee. Maybe we'll do a couple alien honeys. I want to do some more durians, so we'll grab more of those. We need some pears and some more wheat. I have more seeds than I have crop plots for now, but that's alright. So for now, let's throw the honeys right here. And we can move them later. What's that thing in the middle of the top row of your inventory? Thing in the middle of the top row of my inventory. Are you talking about the inventory, this inventory here? One of these things? This, if you are, this is Alien Plasma T6. That's just alien parts that you get from killing the aliens. Of the player inventory. Night vision goggles. This thing right here. Yeah, that's night vision goggles. So that's what night vision looks like. It's pretty intense in this game. Of course, it's very bright in here, though, too. It does come in handy at night. I keep hitting the wrong damn button. Okay, so, planting. That's what we're doing. What else do we have? We got the durians. Let's do a pretty good amount of durians. At least 6 plots of durians. And then we have pears and wheat and aloe. I think I'm going to plant a lot of aloe too, so we can make more bandages. One thing I'm really low on is medikits. Very low on that. You know what? Something just occurred to me. Can I plant that plasma shit? You never used to be able to. That's plant protein. Alien plasma. I don't... Is there an option to make a seed out of it? There isn't. Okay, so I guess you can't. Alright. Well, it was worth a check. That's like one of those things, you know, like I was saying earlier, that have changed. Oh yeah, no worry, man. No worries, Vashir. I was telling the guys earlier that, you know, I hadn't played the game for like a year and a half. And so, you know, they made a bunch of changes, and so there's a lot of stuff I had to kind of relearn too. And there's still probably some things about the game that I don't completely know. Cool. All right. So what I'm going to do later, probably not on this stream, but later, I'm going to extend this wall further back, and add even more crops, and then we'll be doing good for food. Full show. Looks good. Probably maybe even do a little bit of decorating in here too, but we'll do that later too. I haven't done a whole lot of decorating down here because this is more like the, you know, the shop, so to speak. Decorated the furnace room a little bit. Let's put these seeds back here. And let's see, I want to make sure I have fuel with me this time. You've been away for about as long? Yeah. I put about 200 hours into the game when it first came out, or shortly after it first came out, and then hadn't played it for about a year and a half. And actually, one of the main reasons why I didn't play it for a year and a half is because that's right around the time that Ark came out. And I have over 2,000 hours in Ark. I've played that game a lot. But I've taken a break from it. I haven't really played much Ark over the last couple of months. In fact, you know, and I've just been enjoying other games for now. But I'll definitely go back to it at some point, because I do like Ark. There's no doubt about it. I'm not so sure I'm crazy about the Aberration expansion that came out. It's not really fair for me to say that, because I haven't played it yet. But from, you know, just from what I've seen of it, it's just, I don't know, it looks like it might be a little off the beaten track from, you know, what I think Ark should be, but that's just my own opinion, of course. And it might be just fine. I'll have to try it at some point. So what are we doing? We're going mining. Let's get some food first before we do that. I'm going to chow down on some canned meat. Actually, you know what? Let's actually make some more of this now that we have some extra tomatoes here. So for canned meat, we need raw meat and tomatoes, and I already got the metal for that. So we'll queue a bunch of those up. Oh, so have you been playing it then? You can glide but not fly? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, you know, like I said, that probably was not a fair statement for me to make, because I'm only making it based upon what I've seen. I haven't played it myself, and I will do that at some point. It's just, you know, like I said, I have my hands full right now with 7 Days to Die and Empyrion and Ghost Recon. Those are the 3 games that I stream and do on YouTube, so I just don't have time for it, you know, at this point. But at some point, I'll get back to it. At least that's the plan. Oh, you know what? I dinged level 25, too. Let's take a look at our skills. What do we have for weapons? Now, in the earlier versions of Empyrion, I did not like the laser rifles and the pulse rifles. I don't know if they've changed them or not. I mostly didn't like them because of their rate of fire was terrible. Do you guys know if they've improved at all? Or are they still pretty much like they've been all along? The plasma cannon is slow firing, but man, this sucker packs a punch. It does 600 damage. So I'm thinking we might need a plasma cannon in our life. Right? So we're going to unlock that. I might hold off on that. Enhanced minigun. Maybe. I'll think about that. Pulse rifle. I have a Tech 2, enhanced Tech 2 pulse rifle. It's alright, but I kind of like the normal, assault rifle a little bit better. It has a slower rate of fire, but it does more damage per shot. I don't know what the DPS comparison is between them. But, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the pulse rifle. It's okay, but it's not like the best, thing since sliced bread. What else do we have? Make sure we have everything we need on small vessels. Hey, look at that. You know what, guys? I have 3x7x3s currently on my prototype Cylon, which is partially built in creative mode. And I might actually upgrade to want to do the bigger engines now that they're available to me. Because I kid you not, this ship is huge. It really is. So I'm going to learn that. What else do we have? Pulse laser. What do you think, guys? What do you think about the pulse lasers and the plasma cannons for a small vessel in PvE? Are they good or not? What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think. I do want this. My guess is that they're probably, worth having, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I've always liked the projectile weapons in Empyrion better than the laser weapons. For some reason. Okay, let's see. What do we need in miscellaneous? Fusion cell. We're going to need that. How many points do I have? 940 points. Okay, we got some points here. We want to get into auto mining. Now, I haven't actually tried this yet. I wonder if we should do that. I don't actually know how it works. Do you just take this thing and set it down on a node, on a deposit, and then let it go to town? Is that how that works? So, on the SV, they're nice for taking on the cannons on Asteris. Oh, you mean the planet? What the hell's that planet called? Oh, I haven't discovered it yet. Oh, Astis. Right, that's the lava planet, I think, isn't it? Okay, well, then, if you say they're good, let's try them. Are you talking both of them, or just the pulse laser or the plasma, or both? What do you think? What's your thoughts? You know what? I got a shitload of points. I'm just going to do them both. Why not, right? Okay, so what we were looking at. We were on miscellaneous. We got the fusion cell. Yeah, we can get the flare. Why not? It's only 5 points. And I guess we'll do that. On structures. Oh, drunken figures. Yeah, I know how that goes. And that's old info. Okay. Well, we'll try them out. We'll try them out and we'll see how they do. So I guess I've learned everything then on the miscellaneous tab. I've learned everything on tools. Weapons. Again, do you guys have any commentary on the laser guns at all? You guys like them, not like them? I didn't like them in the game a year and a half ago, but they might be better now. I don't know. Hovercraft. I'm going to hold off on putting points into hovercraft for now. And we already have everything in small vessel. Because we got to sink some points in cap ships too. What about bases? What do you got for bases here? Okay, we can do the large stuff. Rocket turrets. Oh, solar panels. That's something that I should have actually done that a long time ago. Because that's new too. That wasn't in the game a year and a half ago, the solar stuff. At least I don't think it was. So we still have 800 points. We got bazillion points. So let's get this. And let's get this. Speaking of which, I should probably check and see what my fuel's doing. These I like the artillery turret for sure. So let's get that. Again, not sure about these. I'll probably will get those for the cap ship. Warp drive, warp tank, minigun turret. The one thing that we definitely do want is we want the mining laser for the capital ship. Because it's really good. But, again, I might not... oh, wow, there's a Tier 2 RCS. That's new as well, I think. Repair bay. We want one of those. For sure, want one of those. Don't we have a repair bay for the base, too? Yeah, we do. Okay. I should actually set that up. I don't think I'll do it right now, though. Auto miners, if they work like they did long ago, they're nice for when you're away for free resources if you keep it fueled. Okay. Does it just take, like, normal, you know, Promethium fuel, or do you have to have a special fuel for it? Let's try one of those. Let's just try it and see what it does. I need iron anyway. So, auto miner. Where do you make that? Is it a component? No, it wouldn't be a component. It would be a device, right? Am I looking at it and just missing it? There we go. Auto miner core. That's what we need. All right. So where do we make an auto miner core? In a component, probably, right? No. Oh shit, these are going to need Zascosium and power coils, the big stuff, which I'm pretty short on. Alright, how do I make an auto miner core? If it's like it was, the core had to be looted from something not found. Oh, so you're saying you can't make auto miner cores? Yeah, I understood what you meant, yeah. Okay. Because, you know, you make the other cores right here. But I don't see an option for auto miner core. Let's look at something, actually, now that I think about it. Do I? I thought I looted something like that at one point. If I did, it's not in there. Auto miner core, look at that. Haha. Okay, cool. I was pretty sure I had looted those. So let's pop those in. Alright, so looks like we can only make this Tech 1. Is this thing shit, or is it worthwhile? What do you think? Or should we go up to space and kill a couple drones and get some power coils? Can I make power coils? I can. How many can I make? Let's see. I'll queue up 10. I'm pretty sure I can't make that many. Look at that. Just the right amount. How about that? Okay, so you'd say it's worthless save for the Tech 3? Okay. And I might actually need these for something else anyway, so I think I will take your advice and do that. Excuse me. Okie doke. I think we're ready to do some mining then, eh? With the hovercraft. So let's hit a couple of, at least one deposit here on the planet, and then we might run up into space because I have an asteroid, an iron asteroid up there we could hit, and then maybe we could kill a couple of drones too. Oh, I was going to check the fuel level in the base. Let's just top that off. Okay. We have our mining implements mounted. That's good. How's our ammunition doing? We got tons of ammo. We do need to refuel, so we'll do that. And alright, where's some iron? I've pretty much mined everything near the base. We have an iron deposit that way. So let's do a temporary waypoint. And we'll head over there. Yeah, the reason I built the water base on the far end of the lake is because this lake, for the most part, is really shallow. And that area that I'm at is the only place that had anything, you know, really interesting to look at underneath the water, you know, like, oops, with the coral and stuff. So just out of curiosity, Vashir, what's, how come the tech one is worthless? Is it just, you just don't get much yield out of it? Is that what the deal is with it? So I've never used them, obviously, so... I've already cleaned out the abandoned mine, by the way, in case you're wondering. There's some bad guys. Let's see. We want 3. Let's check this guy and see if he's got any tomato seeds. And we'll grab the meat off the raptor too. Look at that, tomato sprout. Awesome. It's just like it was meant to be. 2 things of meat. And let's put those in the refrigerator. We don't really need to put the sprouts in there, but we'll put mostly the meat. Okay, let's see here. You know what? Let me just change something real quick, guys, with my bot. Hold on a sec here. Let's see. I want to go here. I think the message about signing up to the channel is spamming a little too much. I had it set real short because I was testing and I forgot to bump that back up. So let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that shouldn't spam so much now. Sorry about that. It gets too little compared to Tech 2. Gets about quarter the amount. The Tech 3 gets a lot more, but if you find a really high ore content node, don't loot it and save it for the miners. Oh, okay, okay. So you're saying that they can get, a Tech 3 can get more out of the same node than I can with the lasers on my hovercraft. Is that what I'm reading there? Okay, so we got some iron nodes. I think I'm going to back up to about here, and let's switch on the lasers. And head on down. This hovercraft, I didn't build it specifically for mining. It's just kind of a, you know, an all-purpose craft, so it's a little clunky. And one of the things you want to do with it is you want to give yourself plenty of room. I could even maybe just do like a pit mine, but we'll be alright just doing this, I think. There's a node. Another big change that they made to the game in an alpha, even before Alpha 7, is, well, at least I think it was before Alpha 7, is that these deposits now have these nodes that you see. And if you look closely, you see those blue outlines? That's my ore scanner showing me where those are. And the ore scanner is this little device right here. If I didn't have this in my inventory, I wouldn't be able to see where those are, and then you're basically just kind of mining blindly. And that could be a real pain in the butt. The way that the old game used to be is that you just have one humongous deposit of iron, all just, you know, one big lump of it, and you just mine it. And so they changed it so now it has these nodes. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. It makes it harder. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, though. I like games, you know, that are challenging if it makes sense, you know, for whatever is hard to do, you know, if it makes sense, basically. And I haven't really decided if this makes sense to me or not. It makes sense in the real world because, you know, when there are mineral deposits, you know, they're in veins, so they're not all just one big lump. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's not bad though. I mean, you know, it's kind of fun too, I suppose. But it used to be you just have one humongous lump of iron or cobalt or whatever it is, you know, that you're mining, and you just mined it until it's gone. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Bashir. Yeah, I kind of love it and I kind of hate it. But, you know, I like mining in games. You know, I like Minecraft. I can mine for hours in Minecraft. You know, it's therapeutic almost. I like mining in 7 Days to Die. So from that standpoint, you know, it's kind of cool. It's not that bad. But it does make it more difficult. Especially in the early game when you only have that Tech 1 miner. That thing's a pain in the butt. You're usually better off using your drone to mine with that thing. We're pulling some pretty good iron out of this thing though. The hovercraft likes to follow the contour of the ground beneath it, which makes perfect sense. So one of the things, you know, you want to try and do when you're doing this is keep the area as flat as possible, so you're not constantly fighting it. And you can actually turn the directional off, so you just move on a ZY plane, I think it is, or a ZX plane. But I don't really like that. I've tried it, and I just prefer to, you know, drive it like normal. I haven't really gotten used to using that way. And then, of course, you want to be careful not to dig yourself into a hole that you can't get out of either. Because it can be hard to get out of these with a hovercraft if you make it too, you know, too vertical. So I'm going to actually cut myself a little bit of a path here because I have to dig down closer to the opening. Hey, there's a trike. I've heard that those trikes are placeholders and they're eventually going to be replaced by some kind of alien animal. Do you guys know if that's true or not? Have you heard the same thing? Uh-oh, we're upside down. Come on, flip it back. Use the O key to auto level out there. Okay, we got a node right here. It's either a small node or it's a far away node. Looks like it was just a small one. Yeah, they've been there, I think, from the very beginning of the game. But if you look at them up close, compared to like you know, the raptors, if you look at the raptors up close, they're fairly detailed. I mean, they look pretty good, I think. You know, they got the feathers on them and stuff. But if you look at these guys, I don't know, they're really kind of plain Jane, I think. You know, there's not, well, I don't know. I don't think they're as detailed as they could be. Flipping upside down here. Because I'm getting in the personal space of this trike. Alright, I think we finished that node out. How much iron did we get? Let's take a look. Nice. We got basically 2.5 stacks of iron. I'll take it. Let's run this back to the base and get it cooking up. And then we'll go hit another deposit. Yeah, so I don't know. I've always felt that the trikes looked kind of plain, you know, like they really are a placeholder. But maybe they are, you know, going to be a permanent animal. We'll have to wait and see. Constructors on your mining carts, yep. I've definitely done that too, where I built a. In fact, before, you know, they had auto miners and that sort of thing, I actually built a capital vessel. Well, I used a capital block, I should say, and built a mining platform. And what it would do, and this was back when the deposits were, you know, just one big lump of, you know, whatever the mineral was. What it would do is it would kind of hover over the entrance of the mine, and so I'd make a pit out of the mine, and then I'd have elevator blocks that I'd just attach and detach depending upon, you know, the depth of it. And then I would just, you know, basically put the mining platform over the deposit. I'd dig down and I just keep extending the elevator as I went down, and then, you know, had, of course, the constructors on it because it was a cap ship, right, to process. So that was kind of like my mobile processing. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. Unit. And it worked out pretty good. It worked out pretty good, but now, you know, now that we have the auto miners, you know, when you're getting into end game and so forth, I don't think you really need that anymore. But we'll see. We'll see how things are going when I get to that point, and I'll decide then if I still want to do something like that or not. Okay, so I think that's all we needed to get out of there. Let's head back down here. And I enclosed my furnace in here because, you know, this thing gets hot. This thing gets, like, really hot. Like, so hot that it'll kill me within in a few seconds if I stand too near it. Kind of hot, you know? So we're going to turn it on. Whoop. Yep. We're going to turn it on and then get out of the way and close it up. And we'll let that run. At some point, I'm probably going to set up some logic circuits, you know, and put it on, like, a timer or something. Or, you know, put a switch outside of it, but I just haven't gotten that far yet. I've got more important things to do now than mess around with logic circuits, but I will do that eventually, because I always like to, you know, mess around with redstone in Minecraft, too. You know, build elevators and railways and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, I'll just leave that stuff in there for now. 5 cans of food. Let's grab the tomatoes and the meat out of there. Oh, you know what? We need... How many tomatoes do we need per can? 4. Okay. So we ran out of tomatoes there. What about making some I have a quest for this too. Let's see. Dinner for 2. Make pizza, make ratatouille, make fruit, make pumpkin, make coffee. What does ratatouille require? Durian, 4 tomatoes. I don't have enough tomatoes for that. Okay. How about pizza? What does that require? 4 tomatoes. See how... That's why, guys, tomatoes are really important in this game. What does Dino Stew need? It needs 1 ham, 4 pumpkins, and 4 durians. Okay, let's make some ham. Let's make 4 hams. And then we'll grab our pumpkins and our durians. A stack of each of those. And we'll make ourselves... We need 1 ham, 4 pumpkins, 4 durians, and purified water. Yeah, let's make some of that. It's good stuff. 200 food. Is that the best food in terms of how much it gives you? That gives you 200. That doesn't even tell you. Oh yeah. Oh, pizza gives you 200 as well. Oh, okay. Does anything give you more than 200 food? We need kava beans for that. Oh, rations. Yeah, rations. But these things, look at the shit you got to get to make these. Those are expensive to make. That's total in-game stuff there. Anyway. All right, cool. So let's let these cook up, and then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator because I don't want them to perish. Hey, Steam Black Widow, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. You play Empyrion too? Alright, how many more can we make? There we go. Let's partake in one of those. Good stuff. And then we'll pop that in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Rations are expensive to make for sure. In fact, I think I've saved every ration that I've found so far. I don't know what I did with them. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I... Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, so I've looted 10 rations in total. And I'm just hanging on to them for now. Because I'm not at a point where I can afford to be making that stuff. Not yet. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Crops are coming in. Okay, let's go hit another iron deposit. Actually, before we do that, let's see how we're doing on ingots here. Gotta do this quickly. Back up. This sucker is hot. Alright, let's pop these in here, and let's get a bunch of hardened steel blocks queued up for our capital, or for our small vessel for tomorrow. You know what? I'm just gonna make a shitload of them. Because we're bringing more iron in anyway, and we have more in there cooking up. So, do you play a lot of Empyrion there, Black Widow? Speaking of Black Widow, I actually found one on the wall here in my office a couple months ago. I was moving some stuff around, and we had a bed in here. This used to be my daughter's room. She's all grown up and married now, of course, because I'm an old guy. But anyway, we had a guest bed in here, and we moved it out because I moved my office into this room that I'm in now from where I was before. And I pulled the mattress away from the wall, and I saw a spider on the wall. And I didn't really pay too much attention to it at first, because I was what the hell was that? Thought I just saw something fly through the sky. Anyway, I was carrying the mattress down into the basement, right? So I figured, okay, well, I'll come back and I'll get the spider when I come back. And so I come back to get it, and I looked more closely, and I'm going, oh shit, that's a Black Widow. So I grabbed it with a pair of tweezers that I had and flipped it upside down, and sure enough, it had the hourglass and everything. So it took a little scuba trip in the toilet. All right. We are looking for more iron, and there's one right there. You have 2 servers of your own? Is that what you mean? Oh, 2 servers. Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I actually have a server as well. This is just a single-player local game, but I have a server too. And I was telling the guys before you got in that I had built my daughter and her husband a new PC for Christmas, and they like to play this game too. So we're gonna get them set up and then get the server going to play with them. All right, let's see. There's the nodes there, so let's start. I'm thinking from maybe right about here. Do I hear a spider? Yep, there's a spider right there. Are these guys going to get all butthurt if I kill the spider? Well, let's find out. Nope. Guess they don't care if I kill spiders. So we'll clean out this deposit, and then I think after we do that, maybe we'll head up into space and hit the asteroid and take out a couple drones, get some power coils. Yeah, it is. It's a great game though, it really is. It's I was watching a video from Cage848 because he used to play this a lot too, and he like me, he kind of stopped playing it for a while and then he started up again. And he said that this game is criminally underrated on Steam, and I completely agree with him. It really is. Very underrated game. So we'll just make ourselves a nice little smooth ramp going down into here so we don't get hung up, or at least not hung up too badly. The nice thing is, looks like this ore is relatively close to the surface. Just want to make sure I have enough of a area to maneuver in so I don't get caught. I probably will build another hovercraft specifically for mining. I know I could spawn in, you know, like the ladybug or some of the stuff off the workshop, but I like to build my own stuff for the most part. That's part of the fun of the game, you know, for me anyway. The building aspect of the game is one of the things that I really like about it. So I tend to build all my own stuff. At least, you know, when I'm doing like a single player game like this. On a multiplayer where things kind of move faster, I will often spawn stuff in off the workshop. Drop it down lower. Alright, let's do that. It's not letting me go lower than 3 meters. It might just be because the ground is uneven. I actually don't want to dig too much further down because we got stuff up here that we got to grab. Excuse me. Alright, so let's get this stuff in the corner here. Yeah, I was pressing the C key, but if you look at the HUD in the lower right-hand corner, it wasn't going below 3 meters. It's probably just because the terrain is, you know, all rough here, would be my guess. This should give us a pretty decent supply of iron, these 2 deposits, and then what we'll grab from the asteroid up in space. And then tomorrow, I'm going to stream at no later than 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm in Colorado, and maybe a little earlier. We'll see. We'll see what the wife has planned for the morning. And then I'm planning on basically getting started, you know, building the raider on that stream. That's why I'm getting the iron now, so I have plenty of supplies. Okay, we have 10%, so that means there's probably just one left. Black Widow, thank you, sir, for the follow. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad to have you. Alright, where the hell is that other node? Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. There's two of them. Yeah, sometimes those things can be really hard to see. Oh, no, there's more than two of them. They're just little ones. Okay, that's it. Nice. And yeah, we took the abandoned mine out several streams ago. So that's taken care of. I just took the drone base out on my last YouTube episode. Actually, it took me a couple of episodes to get it down because I was just had some bad luck with it, really. But I found something out about that base. And I'm not going to tell you guys because I don't want to spoil it for you if you don't want to know. But if you do want to know, watch my last video on my YouTube channel. And I found out where the core is on the drone base here on Akua. And it's protected by one block from the outside. You take out one block on the outside and you can blow it up right from there. And, and it was a little frustrating only because, you know, it was, you know, quite a challenge for me, you know, to take it out. Because I went in through the front door basically, you know. Plus I'm still only in mid game here, guys. I don't have, like, you know, in-game weapons and all that kind of stuff either. So, and I have hardly any medical packs. So it was a lot harder than I had prepared for. Which is good, because it was fun. It was challenging. It's like, all right, this is a challenge, and we're gonna come hell or high water. We're gonna take this thing out, and I like that. You know, it was worthwhile. Let's refuel this thing so I don't run out of gas the next time. Don't really need to worry about oxygen in the hovercraft here on Akua. And did I put something in the fridge? I did. Yeah, let's grab that stuff out of there. And then decompressing base, oxygen we removed. Why do we care about that? We're on Akua. Okay, whatever. Hey, I don't know why it popped that message up. This whole place is oxygenated. I mean, I can take my helmet off and breathe just fine. So, yeah, I'm not sure why that message popped up. Oh, yeah, I mentioned earlier, I've got 2 bots running right now doing the same thing because I'm in the process of switching them over. So that's why you saw 2 messages from 2 different bots in the chat there. I just didn't have time to get it all done before I had to start the stream tonight. So, okay, so looks like this thing is off. How's our fuel? I think our fuel should be fine. Yeah, okay. Oh no, it's not off. It just wasn't fired, I guess, because there was no ore in there, I'm guessing. So let's take those out. And then turn this back on. And then close the door, quick. I was standing next to that thing the other day, and I had it turned on. And I shot from, you know, like 70 degrees Fahrenheit up to like 400, 500, like in a second. It's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. I mean, I knew it would do that, but I just wasn't paying attention. Let's pull all this out of here. And let's make a whole bunch of dust. queue up a few stacks of that, and we'll queue up some cement too. Because this is a PvE server, I generally build with concrete for bases. There's not really any point in, at least not on Akua anyway, there's not really any point in, you know, making bases out of steel. Alright, so where am I going to put all this fiber? Oh, I'm going to put it over here. That's what I'm going to do. Stick the meat in the refrigerator and the seeds up here. Okay, I think we're ready to go into space. I've got some O2 bottles there if I need them. I shouldn't. I should have an EVA boost. I do. And our drill. Let's repair this. So that's at full health. We got plenty of drill charges. I have to manually mine the asteroids at this point. I don't think we're going to raid anything, but I'll keep some explosives on me just in case. And I should have some extra bullets in the yellow jacket. You stole all the ventilators and you plan to sell them? Oh, from the base, right? Okay. Let's check our stuff in here. So I should have all... Oh, yeah, I got lots of stuff in here. Okay. Even have an extra set of armor. I should probably put that down in the base so I don't lose it. What am I looking for? I'm looking for oxygen. Why? Oh, it's probably because it doesn't take the bigger bottles, I'm guessing. That must be it. Okay, well, we've got plenty here. I got a whole stack. Got plenty of extra fuel if we need it. And let's see, how are we doing on ammo? Got some extra ammo, some extra handguns, and extra drill. Yeah, we're in good shape. I think we got the supplies we need. I only have 60 missiles for the rockets, but I got almost a full thing of Gatling bullets. And the, you know, the drones, the space drones are pathetically weak anyway, so... So let's take this and this downstairs. We don't need to take that into space with us. And then we'll head on up. Yeah, that I don't think I've seen that oxygen message before, so who knows what the hell's going on with that. But, you know, keep in mind, guys, this is still an early access game. It's a damn good one, though. But there's still some bugs and stuff. You know, they'll work it all out. Stick those in there. And let's rock and roll. I'm going to put my helmet on now so I don't forget later. Off to space. Gonna bust right out through the atmosphere here. There's the planet down below. We look at the reverse view. Pretty fun. I just really like how you can do that, you know, in this game. I do have a cobalt roid that I partially mined the other day, so we could hit the rest of that, but I'm really more interested in the iron at the moment because I've got lots of cobalt. Let's switch over to our Gatling guns too in case we do run into a drone. And I want to check one other thing. Drone hunter. I need a plasma drone and a space... oh man, I forgot that I've killed a bazillion rocket drones. I just never had the quest on for it. That sucks. Okay. Oh, that's alright. So we need a plasma drone and a space drone. And iron, which I think is... Well, let's just go this way. Let me look on the map. That's Thermica, that's TS admin, and then of course we got the moon. So I forgot to mark that iron roid when I found it last time, so we'll definitely do that this time in case we don't get all of it. But I think I've flown around this entire belt and I only found the one cobalt deposit and the one iron deposit. And we still have Thermica Station, so that, which basically is the drone base in space. So I know there's going to be more drones out and about. That iron shouldn't be too far away. I sure like this game though. Look how pretty this is, you guys. Isn't that neat? Just really cool graphics. And then there's the planet there. And the moon beyond it. And the cool thing about that moon is that we can go to it and land on it. I played a lot of the early X games, you know, like X2 and X3, Terran Conflict and so forth. And just, you know, have sunk hundreds of hours into those games too, and just enjoyed the hell out of them. But I was always, you know, it was always a bummer that you couldn't actually go to the planets on them. Well, you kind of could, but it was what would end up happening is you'd fly into the planet and then you'd basically just bounce off of it. So it wasn't actually like going to it. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Egosoft is working on a new X series game, and I'm not talking about that flop of a game called whatever the last game they came out with a couple years ago, which was just complete a disappointment. Let's put it that way. I'll be nice about it, but I tried to play that game. I really did. I tried to play when it first came out, and then I let it go for a couple years, and then, you know, they improved it, made it a lot better. And then I tried to pick it up again, and I just could not get into it. But this new game that they're going to do is actually going to be more like the, you know, the original X games. It's basically X4 is what it's going to be. And so I'm following the news on that and really looking forward to that coming out. Where the hell's my iron node? I should have found it by now. Did I pass it when I was just rambling on? Could have sworn it was over here. Alright, well, let's just keep going then. So yeah, Terran Conflict was a lot of fun. And, you know, one of the cool things about that game is the economies. And, you know, you can build... You start off with, you know, depending upon how you start... Oh, there's a copperoid. You know what, let's grab some of this, actually. I don't think I have a lot of copper. I won't, you know, mine the whole thing, but let's just grab some of it. Anyway, what I was saying is in the X2 and X3 and so forth, you start with almost nothing at all. Or, you know, depending upon how you choose to start. You know, sometimes you can start off with just a real basic ship and a little bit of money, or you could choose to start where you almost, you know, have zilch. And then basically what you do is you work your way up by selling, you know, buying stuff, selling stuff. At first, it's, you know, pretty pathetic. What you can do, you just make really small runs and you sell like energy cells, that sort of thing, right? And then what you would do is, once you finally had enough money, credits, to buy your first freighter. These things are deceptively large, man. Look how big this thing is. You buy your first freighter, right? And then you can buy more stuff and haul more stuff and make more money. And you'd eventually get to the point where you had enough money to where you could buy your first factory. And that could be, you know, like a mine that you'd put on an asteroid, or it could be like a cattle farm or a wheat farm or an energy cell factory. You know, lots of different stuff. And once you got to the point where you could start making your own factories, then you could, you know, set up production and hire NPC freighters, you know, to haul your freight around, bring your supplies, that sort of thing. And eventually, you know, if you stuck with it, eventually you would get to the point where you'd start making millions. And once you became really, you know, wealthy like that, you know, then you could start to afford to build your own fleet, and you could, you know, build capital ships or buy capital ships, and different classes of cap ships too. So I'm talking, you know, like things from carriers to cruisers to, you know, battleships, that sort of thing, destroyers. And you could have fighters and all kinds of cool stuff like that. And then eventually you'd be so filthy rich and powerful that you could, you know, basically take over the galaxy and become like, you know, the Emperor in Star Wars or something. And it's just a hell of a lot of fun. Really, really love those games. So I'm really looking forward to X4 when it eventually comes out. And I'm hoping Egosoft, you know, the developers, you know, don't mess it up like they did with whatever the last X game is. I can't even remember what it's called now, but they changed it, you know, a lot, and it just, you know, a lot of people didn't like it, and I didn't like it, and it just, you know, I have the game, but like I said, I couldn't get into it. Just couldn't get into it. I kind of felt bad for Egosoft when they first came out with it, because that game was so bad, you guys. I mean, I'm talking like No Man's Sky bad, only on a smaller scale, right? Because not the, you know, the whole world wasn't waiting for you know, X to come out like they were No Man's Sky. Okay, that's enough copper. Where the hell's our ship? It's a good thing we're not getting attacked right now, huh? There it is. Alright, so let's head back to the SV and see if we can find ourselves that iron asteroid. I believe we were heading this direction. There it is. There she is. Maybe I did scare off all the space drones when I was up here the other night. I'm surprised I haven't seen at least one. I know more of them have spawned. Is that the iron there? That darker stuff? Must be. Let me get a little closer this time, because I actually would have gotten myself into a little bit of hot water if the drones would have come by when I was on the copper roid. No, that's just stone. Okay, we gotta figure out where the iron is. Must be this stuff here with the little blue. Yeah. This kind of mining here reminds me of early game Space Engineers. You know, when you have to mine in your EVA and Space Engineers. In fact, this game is actually similar to Space Engineers in a lot of ways, but it's less complicated, but has more you know, survival elements and exploration and that sort of thing than Space Engineers does. But you know, that being said, I haven't actually played Space Engineers in a long time, and I know they've had several updates since then, including planets. But I still, as far as I know, I still don't think it's as, you know, there's not as much life on those planets. They look really cool, but I don't know. I just like the survival stuff in Empyrion and how it's kind of put together a little better. And space engineers can hurt your brain too. I mean, you know, that game, and this isn't a bad thing at all. I mean, it's a good game, but you got to really think about what you're doing sometimes on some of the stuff, you know, that you have to do in that game. You guys play Space Engineers at all, or have you? Not you? Yeah, I'll probably try it again. Not anytime real soon, but it's a good game for sure. It's a little more technical though, you know, than this game is. I suppose it might not hurt for me to turn my light on, huh? But when you start out in Space Engineers, this is how you mine. This is the only way you can mine, is in an EVA in space. You find an asteroid like this. How much do we have so far? Are you kidding me? That's all we got? Oh man. No way, really? Hey, Josie Wan. Thanks for joining the stream. Are you guys like kidding me? This is all the iron I got from all that mining I've done so far? This is not worthwhile then. At least not until you can mine, you know, with your cap ship. That's pathetic. All the time I spent doing this, I could have hit another deposit down on the planet and gotten 10 times that much. Holy shit. Okay. Well, screw this. I guess I didn't realize that you didn't get very much yield doing it this way. I don't know though, that seems weird. Seems like I should have more than that, but I guess not. Yeah, you know what, Josie? I was actually looking at that game. I haven't looked at it much. What are your thoughts? Tell me about it. What do you think about that game? It's PvP only, right? Or I mean, multiplayer only. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah. Is it the kind of game, kind of like EVE Online, where you're forced into PvP to really get anywhere, or can you go at it solo and actually, you know, make it work? Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've seen, you know, like the the promo video on Steam, and it looks beautiful, absolutely stunning, in fact. And there's a YouTuber, I think his name is BCP, that's actually done some videos on it, and I'm thinking about checking those out. BCP also does what's that game called? Planet Nomads, which is another, you know, fairly technical, you know, building type game on an exoplanet. All right, well, let's see, what are we gonna do? I suppose we could go land on the moon and mess around there for a little bit. What time is it? Oh shit, it's after midnight my time. Alright, well, we'll go for a little while longer. Let's go over to Thermica Station and see if we can mess around with some drones. Or either that or I'll get my ass blown up. Oh, really? 1 a.m. where you are, Black Widow? So have you run into other players? Is it like a really big game, so, you know, you could play it and not ever see anybody kind of thing? What's the scope of it? We need to go up. There it is. You kind of have to spend a lot of time looking for people if you want PvP. It's mostly exploration, finding modules to build the base. That sounds actually cool. I might actually like that. What if you wanted to play with a buddy? Is it easy to hook up with friends? Or is it like No Man's Sky where, you know, good luck ever finding anybody kind of thing? This thing was cranking out drones the last time I was near it, but it's not doing that now. I don't know why. I don't want to get too close to it because it's got armaments. Huh. Where's your drones, man? There they are. There's our drones. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Time to get the hell out of the way. Let's back up a little bit and see if we can get these drones out here so I can get this quest. So we have 2 space drones. Or no. That was a space drone plasma. They're both plasma drones. Okay. So my range on the Gatlings is 460 meters in space. But I don't want to get close to that station is the thing. Because this ship is, it is a hardened steel ship, but it's not really a huge combat ship either. As soon as I get in range, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure why they weren't popping out, but I guess that's what triggers it. You can invite a friend to your ship or base and assign them a respawn point to get them started. Oh, okay. Well, dude, if it's as you say, I might actually check that out because I was looking at it. I really was. Is it how does it compare like to Osiris? You played Osiris much? That's another game that I have and I've played a little bit of it, but it's one I'm kind of waiting for them to put more content in it because it still seems a little light on the content at this point. Okay, so 460 meters, we can start shooting at this guy. Okay, so we got the space drone quest done. I probably should have waited for him to get a little further away because it's not safe for me to loot that thing. So let's lure this one out further if we can. Is he going to come after us? Yeah, it looks like he is. Come on, buddy. He's not coming directly towards us, though. But I want to get the power coils off of him, but I can't kill him, you know, too close to the station either. Can you land on planets at all? Or is it always just going to be in space? Missiles can hit further than the MAC ranges that are homing. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, we should be able to loot these guys safely. One power coil, one flux coil, one CPU. I'll take it. Okay. Hold on there, old guy. Just make sure we're still far enough out. I don't want that station to start firing on me. Oh, like it is. Okay. Or the drone's actually firing on me, not the station. Alright, well, let's pull these drones back, too. Just get them far enough out so I can get them looted. Ah, shit, wrong gun. Whoa! That was close. You know, these things are a little too easy to kill. I hate to say it, but they really are. Okay, we gotta hurry before those other ones get back over here. One flux coil and some cobalt alloy. I'll take that. That's too risky. I need to stay with my ship. Let's grab this one that's further out. Where'd it go? I think it was this one here. Overshot. Very easy to do. And there's a power coil. Yeah, you know, that's the thing about games with steep learning curves, is they do tend to be, you know, more satisfying once you do figure it out. And I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But it's just space stations. Spacewalking flying is very sensitive, but it's more... Okay. It's sensitive because it's designed to be realistic, then I take it, right? I think this is a freighter, maybe? What is this thing? Do these guys have armaments? I've never messed with these. These never used to be in the game. Josie1, thank you, sir, for the follow. I really appreciate it. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. So tell me about these freighters, guys. I don't remember these in the game when I used to play. I haven't messed with them yet. Do they have guns? Am I going to get my ass kicked here in a second? Oh, yeah, they got guns. Okay. Run away! Evade! Alright, hopefully that's far enough away. Do they got guns? And then it shoots at me right after I say that. That's funny. Okay, yeah, we probably better not mess with this. How tough are these things? Could I take this out with this ship? What's my missile range? They're both 460 meters. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, let's try it. Let's just try it. Before I actually move in, though. We got plenty of ammo. Let's just top that off. Oh, I got it. Is that moving away from me? Yes, it is. Okay. Make sure the drones aren't coming after me. All right. Let's just make sure we're topped off on fuel and oxygen. There we go. Because I don't want to... I mean, I would have been fine, but I don't want to run out of stuff right in the middle of a fight here. In fact, let's put all of this stuff in here. Okay. Where did that thing go? Did it just fly out of render distance or something? There it is. "30 minutes till it self-destructs." From what? The time that I take the core out? Or when I engage it? Kind of hard to see where the turrets actually are. I must have taken that turret out because it's not firing on me. Whoop! Overshot that. There we go. We got a shot there. I have to lead it a little more because it's actually moving. There we go, that's a hit. I think I'm going to switch back to Gatlings. It's a tough turret. Of course, my shooting sucks too. Holy crap! Things should be down by now. What the hell? Okay. Am I really missing it? I'm seeing that the bullets explode, like, you know. Sometime after you engage it? Okay. Okay, let's get back in here. I'm like right up on this thing and it's still not blowing up. Must have self... Wait, did it just blow up? Was that it self-destruct? Because that wasn't 30 minutes. That was like 3 minutes. Okay. Well, maybe my ship just doesn't have enough oomph to take one out yet. Because, I mean, it looked like I was hitting it for the most part, you know. Let's see. Yeah, we're doing good. We didn't really take that much damage. 4% on the cockpit. Yeah. And that's not a problem. Did it? It didn't explode though. Did it like warp away or something? Oh, so you're surprised about that too? Well, it could be a bug. You know, that's always a possibility too. Or maybe it can warp out, but then you'd think we would have seen the warp flash if that was the case. I don't know. All right. Well, let's head on back then, because I think I'm a little disappointed, you know, that the manual mining of that roid got me, you know, such a pathetic amount of iron. I mean, what's even the point then, you know? We could hit the moon once for some cobalt, I guess, but I don't know. It's 12:30 in the morning, and I think I'm gonna probably wrap it up, guys, for tonight, because I am gonna be back on tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, or maybe a little earlier. and we'll get started with our Cylon Raider build. And I'd rather not be super tired for that. I'm an old guy, so I have to get my sleep. Gotta get my rest. This might be our lake too, actually. I think it is. So let's head back on in. Look at that. Nailed it. So yeah, that was pretty fun. We're just gonna have to, I guess we're just gonna have some bigger guns for those freighters then. I want to say that was probably a bug though. It shouldn't have just disappeared like that. It should have either blown up or, you know, we should have seen a warp flash, would be my guess. But I've never messed with those before, so, you know, I'm not sure. Let's just do a couple quick repairs on this guy. It's mostly our Gatlings that took the damage. Just kind of sweep around here. I built this little ship last Saturday on stream. It's nothing too terribly fancy, but I just needed something to get me around in. And I didn't want to spawn anything in, so I went ahead and just built it. I'm not really happy with the front. At some point I might, you know, redo this, make it look a little cooler, but right now I'm mostly interested in function over form, you know. You painted my base neon pink while I was gone. Okay. Well, that'll mean I won't have any trouble finding it then, right? Okay. Make sure there's nothing underneath here that needs repairing. We should be good. Okay, let me grab the stuff out of here. So I think everything's in here. We've got a little bit of copper though, that's good. I think I'm actually doing okay on copper though. From what I've just mined here on the planet. What the hell is that? Okay, I think it's time to log out of the game. Let's log out and log back in. Because I went down into the basement after we got that weird oxygen message, right? I'm pretty sure that I did. Old guy. That would suck. That would completely suck if all that stuff filled in again. Hopefully the game's just being glitchy. Okay, good. Whew. That almost gave me a heart attack. Gotta love the early access games, eh? Okay, so let's put the ore in here. Are we not powered up? Ah, that's weird. Unless I hit oh shit, we gotta get out of here. Yeah, I just shot up to 482 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, I know. That hurt. Sorry. Sorry, guy. Anyway, maybe I just accidentally powered down the base. Sometimes I fat finger the buttons. That was weird, though. Oh yeah, yeah. I know how to use the N key for selecting, moving, for using the symmetry plane and all that. Absolutely. And I will be using it tomorrow, trust me. Okay, guys. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me tonight, and I really appreciate the follows. You guys are awesome. And like I said, I will be back. I plan to be back tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Or maybe a little earlier Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to get started building on the Cylon Raider. And if you guys are interested, I do have the YouTube channel. I also have a Discord that you guys are welcome to join. All the links are in the chat there. And feel free to stop by and say hi in those places too. And otherwise, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. If not, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll catch you the next time you're on stream. Okay? So, see you later. Now, I'm grounded and I can't leave. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to go up to here and go to bed because I still got to get my old ass into bed. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna play a couple of games first. No, just kidding. All right, guys, I'm gonna take off. So thanks a lot, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Have a good evening.